thank you for being here. I'm Kelly Beeson. We start this hour in our nation's capital. President Joe Biden's campaign team says they are confident he can secure a second term. But new polling shows many don't feel he is fit to seek re-election. NewsNation's Joe Khalil joins us live from outside the White House with more. Joe?
Yeah, Kelly, he's taking his message on the road today. It's not specifically a campaign event, but for all intents and purposes, he's going to be in campaign mode today, talking about some of the achievements of the administration, policy wins, and about the improvements in the economy since he took office. However, there is another side to that coin, Kelly, and that is that there are a couple of things that do make him a bit of a vulnerable incumbent right now. A lot of voter concerns, one of them being his health and mental fitness. And we actually have data now to back those concerns up. A new poll, this is an NBC poll just released over the weekend, and we have it now, shows that there are still a growing number of people who have those concerns about President Biden. In fact, 68% who responded say that they had some concerns about his health. 55% said they had major concerns. Now, if you take a look at President Trump, on the other hand, that number goes down a little bit. 55% say they have some concerns with his health. 44% say major concerns. So 10 to 13 points better that former President Trump is doing than current President Biden, at least in that category. And the same poll found that 2 in 3 Americans say the country they believe is headed in the wrong direction. That never bodes well for an incumbent president. Now, Biden does lead Trump head-to-head in most of the polls that we're seeing, and his favorables are slightly better than former President Trump's, not by much in both cases, but he is ahead in those situations. Still, President Biden sitting in the low to mid-40s on approval. And while most Democrats, for the polls here, aren't exactly jumping on the Robert F. Kennedy train just yet, he is registering at least enough support at this point with some Democrats and with independent voters where it could be a headache for the Biden campaign at the very least. Unclear if President Biden is ever going to agree to debate RFK, as he's been pushing. RFK is. But we're starting to see things like this. Recently, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. posting shirtless workout videos. Clearly, they got some buzz. They're obviously intended to highlight and contrast his own physical health and his own mental health to that of President Biden. We're going to see if that works. So far, the Biden campaign has largely ignored RFK. But again, as he hits the road and he gets one-on-one, talks to voters, lets them hear his message, clearly some of these issues that we've just talked about are going to have to play a factor. And that's something that the president can't ignore. He's going to have to contend with that. You mix that in with the economy as well. Certainly, they're pointing the president's campaign in the White House to improving numbers in certain areas, but the inflation prices are still hitting people in their pockets, and so that certainly is going to be an issue that voters are going to have to, consider seriously, and something that I imagine this White House is going to continue to get pressed on, Kelly.
Yeah, you would imagine so. All right, Joe Khalil, a lot at play. Thank you for the breakdown.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.